Alright, what about Ameobi here, playing a course by the name of Royal Punnetsville, by a designer named Berido, not sure, Berido. He requested this through TGCtours. He sent me a message, and I said, sure, give her a go. And he says this is his first course, so it'll be interesting to see what we've got. So right out of the gate, uh, see if we can just come up here a little bit. I wouldn't mind seeing this be sculpted a little more gently, or something where I'm not seeing that hill right in my field of vision. It's just kind of a picky thing, I guess. We've got the bunker starting in the rough coming into the fairway, which probably isn't the best thing. And we're only starting the fairway at 240. So, I mean, it's a long enough hole. I'd be curious into the wind. I mean, driver's not going to be an issue, but so we're going over water to kick things off. You wouldn't want this one in real life, would you? You got to carry it 230 to stay dry. But we're not playing real golf. We're playing video games, so. Otherwise, I like the way it's the way it's framed. I think the other reason with that tee, if you could get out of the way, we'd see the water a bit better. But let's see what we've got here. We've got very fast is what we've got. And we're going to be lucky not to be in that bunker. We're going to go down the hill here. Wow, this is going to play short. So yeah, right in the front here, again, we've got a bit of a sculpting thing where it doesn't need to raise up like that. So I would encourage you to kind of look at things like that. It again can't really see all the green, and there's not really a reason for it. If we have a look at the bunkers here, yeah, that one's cool. Over here, that one's pretty darn big, and it's going into the light rough again, from the rough into the light rough. So sculpting, yeah, it's a little. I have an empty street. Oh, thanks, Bundy. I wondered. Well, that's just not cool, is it? Let's see if we can fix that. Choose this one. That's selected. Is it still doing that? So yeah, maybe a little bit of sculpting in this bunker, and it's probably a bit on the big side. Downwind, that's a decent wind. This should probably go a bit. I meant for that to be. Ay, ay, ay. I'd put it to full and then I messed around. Looks good now? Awesome, thanks, dude. I spent pretty much the whole morning while my daughter was in school trying to figure that out. And then the other thing I would say is this green is quite big. I mean, it starts out as a fairly long hole, but it didn't end up playing it. I'm just hitting a flippy lob wedge into it, and that green's huge for that. I like the environment, though. And this is your first course. We're gonna expect a little bit of. We're replaying a par putt, really? All right. Yeah, we're gonna expect things to be a bit rough here and there, but we'll see what we end up with. Okay, so now we got ourselves a par 5. So this is going to be a theme, having them cut into the fairway. On a sand belt, you'd get away with that for sure. I'm not sure on this kind of course. I don't know. I know that the TGCTours reviewers don't like it, so that would be an issue. If you were looking to have it be accepted, that constantly being like that would probably be an issue for them. And honestly, you don't really see it on a golf course, so like in a real live golf course. So we're splitting the fairway up with. Hey, Lost Souls, how's it going, buddy? No, I'm not Shola, but yeah, I appreciate that. Um, the Macam Slayer himself always has a special place in the heart of Geordies because of that. Alright. Other thing I was just noticing there was it narrowed at 3 wood. It kind of opened up a bit at driver, but that's where the bunkers came in, and so there wasn't really a reason not to hit driver. Now we're going up the hill. Yeah, oh, I figured as much. Oh, my bot just got rid of FQ Pokemon. Oh yeah, that's probably about right. Okay, so if we want to lay up, we have room to. We're going to be going up the hill. Again, bunkers are really quite large. They're kind of almost dominating around the green, and yeah, that's a little bit steep. So, a little sculpting. We're going to be playing your second course next, so we'll be curious to see how things change when we get there. As far as the shot I need to hit here, the green sizing's better. It makes sense here that there's the drop off down the hill. Yeah, this isn't bad at all. And it's, yeah, it's gonna just sneak up and then it might get rejected. Yeah, fair enough. So you're gonna have to give it a good pounding to get it up there, which is absolutely fine. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it is a big green, I guess, but it doesn't play as big because of the false front and everything. Oh, cool. Word of mouth. Yeah, I am. My family grew up in. My parents grew up in County Durham, and so where they grew up, it was either Macam, Smoggy, or Geordie. They're Macams, and because I was a bit of a rebellious child early on, I said, well, then I'll be a Geordie. So yeah, that's where that came from. Appreciate you being here too. That's great. Okay, third hole. Yes, exactly. We're in the Premier League. How are the Macams doing? Okay, so we got some elevation here. Let's go back to. Bridge is a teeny tiny bit wonky, but that takes a bit of. Well, actually, that's not even really that fair. I'm not sure if the engineers would be real happy with how it's held up there, but oh yeah, okay, here's where I was seeing it. A little teeny bit wonky, but that just takes time to get used to it, and I'm not gonna actually have to walk down that bridge, so not a problem. Into the wind, wide open fairway, bunkers might be in reach. I don't mind the width of fairway for the length of hole. You could argue that it could be a bit narrower to make it a bit more challenging, but especially being into the wind, this thing's playing, well, not playing as long as I thought. I like the green shape here. That pin is, yeah, it's okay. It's fine. It's getting close to dicey, but it's not there yet. Again, the bunkers are a bit big. I'm not going to talk about those anymore. So, yeah, bunkers are a bit big, and I'll just leave it there. We've got ourselves a little spot there to stick a pin, it looks like. Yeah, I mean, I like this green shape better than what we've seen so far. That's for sure. Get a bounce. Roll up there. Alright. Lost Souls, are you over there? Do you live in the area, or are you like me? Watching from afar. Although I didn't watch whenever we played, because I can't anymore. Okay, now we got ourselves a long par 3. This ridge here, where is it? Right there. No, sorry. Right there. If you could flatten that, I'd get a much better look at, I'd get a better look at the green. I'd see the stuff in front of the green. The planting that you've done there. Unfortunately, you can't see that, so if it's good or not kind of doesn't really matter. You can't see it. And then a relatively basic shape green. It'll work for the size, or for the length of the hole. I'm English. Oh, you live 10 minutes from city center? Nice. I've been to Newcastle. We had a car stolen there. It was awesome. But no, we went shopping there when we went over to visit my grandparents and the rest of the family. But that was like, I was 8, so that's in the early 80s. It was a rental car, so it wasn't as painful as it could have been. Alright, I'm just trying to figure out what do I do here, because downhill that much, I'm going to go right over everything, but this isn't, let's just play this short. It's not getting there, but it might bounce and roll its way down enough to be halfway decent. Yeah, that's fine. If I had tried to get a bit aggressive there, I would have been in massive trouble. Okay, and then we've got the pin kind of tucked here, where that slope is rejecting you from it. Alright. Just gonna hit a chip of sandwich down there. Not good for the area. This was a long time ago. Long time ago. We ended up taking the train from Newcastle to Darlington because we didn't have a car anymore. And we ended up getting another car from the rental place. And I think they found it a couple days later and it was completely stripped, so I stole it right from the shopping. It must have been in the city center. I feel like we were in a mall of some kind. It was a long time ago though. But I've been to the club shop. I got a full kit back when I was that age. So yeah, I've actually, I'm not one of these Canadians or Americans that support a team like Man United just because they've won stuff. I've actually been to Newcastle. I have family ties to it. Hey Lucas, how's it going? Yeah. So, yeah, again, a little sculpting here. We can't see the fairway. It's blind and it doesn't need to be, I don't think. 492, and I mean, yeah, you give me tons of room to lay up into, but it's 492. I need to be able to pipe a driver down here, I think. Otherwise, I don't know if I'm getting there, and I haven't hit that foul. I've slowed that. Wow. Bounce off the path there. Very nice. Is this a hazard, or is it just... I think it would be something that could... Well, it kind of goes out to the river there. Is there water in this? I mean, there's water out here. There's water here. Is there water here? Huh. You good effort with the planning, for sure. You haven't skimped there. Oh, there's my bot saying hi. Yeah, I did the overlay this morning. Did it with, still without using my computer, because as you know, it wouldn't work. I'm in the rough, so I'm hooped. Well, I'm gonna just try to hit this because, yeah. Now we'll see what this ends up. I'm not even gonna get there. Holy smokes! Yeah, that fairway needs to be a bit more wider, I think, because this hole just gets to be wild without it. 80. Yeah, we'll hit this. Is that bot pop-up message in the stream? No, that's Stream Elements. Where it said my Discord server, that's Stream Elements, yeah. If we get a follower, I've got a notification for that, which is kind of cool. Alright. Again, the green shape, I like it. You've got it, you know, split in the middle there. A bit aggressive with the sloping away from the green. And this just feels like I've been kicked very hard and repeatedly in a very sensitive area of this hole. Which, if that's what you're going for, you've done it. But, hey, cool, Bundy's in, like, you're my first one. You followed on. Has it come up yet? Bundy's in the Discord. Cool. I've never used Discord before. Had no clue what it is. So I thought, well, I'll make one and see what we do with it. You did too. Lucas and I are on the same page. All right, we got ourselves a par three. The sculpting the bunkers we've kind of talked about. Well, we've talked about the sizing, sculpting there. We got a bit of a bathtub. We're over water. We've got a narrow green. We got a run off to the right. That's fairway, which I like that being fairway if you're gonna run it off. It just makes it more penal, and then this ball's gonna run away farther. This pin is it's difficult. It's what? Those boxes are like 3 yards, right? So it's about 7.5. Well, yeah, about 7.5 feet from the edge. It's getting close to not being what it's supposed to do. And then this wind. Oh, that's fat. Really? Okay, so that's gone. Oh, I wasn't expecting to be playing from here. I thought I was in the water. Alright. That just hasn't come out at all. Yeah. This is his first course, so we're gonna be playing his second one after this. And he was, I think he was wanting me to just look at the courses overall, but I think he's also wanting to see what his progression was like from first to second. So yeah, that pin's a bit. It's a bit tight. This is a 7,800 yard course too, so we weren't going for easy here. All right, let's look at the bridge because that's what people who review do. Yeah. All right. Now I could see okay, I do have room over here. So I have been given that. But I could see a scenario where I can't get here because of the wind. I don't think it's not the case today, I'm pretty sure. But it could be. Maybe. Although I've cleared that pretty. Okay, never mind. I've cleared that easily. Into the wind. I think you'd still get there. Yeah, I'm with you there, Luke, because I was thinking the same thing. Like, how do I put it in? But I think you just have to have the extension open. And you have to just type it in. As my guess. And I'm not trying that on this machine. Not now, at least. It'll die. This second shot, you know, it's unfortunate it's blind because it would look really cool otherwise. Hey Benny, how's it going, man? Welcome to my newly overlaid channel with golf claps and stuff when people follow. Test. Yeah, I don't know what I've done with that. I don't know if I've got the command stuff figured out yet. Still figuring all this stuff out. Sorry, dude. Yeah, it's unfortunate this is blind. It would be really nice if it wasn't, because it would be a really cool view, I think. Yeah, you probably could knock that down. You could absolutely knock that down on the left and we'd be able to see. It's tough. Into the wind. I'm not getting here. So We're laying up. You've given me a spot to lay up, which is good. The boys are having fun with the new stuff I put on the channel. That's cool. And then now that it's a third, and again we're blind here, and we really shouldn't be. I guess it'd be such a cool looking shot if it wasn't blind. The size of the green is okay for the length of shot I'm hitting in for third shot. Again, well, this time we're about 10 and a half feet, so that's okay. But you do like to have your pins close to the edge, don't you? I mean, the rocks and stuff, the planting looks alright. Is that a bunker over there? Huh. I guess if somebody's trying to get there in two, they might hit it over there. In a different wind I might have tried, but not in this. Alright, swing it in there. I'm short. Huh. Yeah, I agree, Lucas. The planting's good. And this guy's first crack at it. You guys can see the chat box too, right? Awesome. I really wanted that for when I stick them on YouTube, so that when I'm commenting on chat, people can see what I'm actually talking about, what I'm referring to. Alright, what do we got here? 451. Yeah, this is just long. We've talked about the bunkers doing this. We're up. No, we're downhill. Okay, this, if I wanted to lay up for whatever reason, I'm blocked. And I'm bringing the water into play. So we're not going to do that. It's downwind. How far is it to get to the end? That's 370, so it's not bad. But it is kind of something to think about. No, you can't, Lucas. BSG Golf, how's it going? Welcome in. All the cool kids are getting here. Again, we're blind, just too bad. The green side I don't mind. I've made my comments about bunkers. I'm not gonna say that anymore. But overall, I mean, yeah, little this here needs to be smoothed a bit, I would say. We got a bit of an amphitheater in the green here, which you wouldn't, I don't think would usually be done on purpose. Okay. And that one's red fast too. That's odd. Now the amphitheater's gonna help me a bit. There you go. I think that had some heat on it. It might have been going past pretty good if it didn't go in. The one thing I will say, Burrito, I'm just going to call you Burrito and hope I'm right. Going for a 7,800 yard golf course out of the gate is ambitious. It's ambitious. And we're just getting bludgeoned here, which in this game is fine, but yeah, it's an ambitious move. We're using water a lot, we're forcing carries, there's no 3-wood option here at all, and into the wind we'll find it. We should get there, but everything's quick today. Now in the bunker, well, that's no good. Another issue here is I could have been in the fairway just ahead of this and I'd be blocked out, which I'm not a fan of at all. I'm a big believer that if I've hit the fairway, I should at least have a shot. But I'm in the bunker, so sorry about my luck really there. I think you were streaming yesterday, weren't you, Benny? feel like... Yeah, you were. Were you? I'm getting everybody confused. Okay. Let's flop one in there. Quite a big green. It's a long hole, but the green is, well, maybe a bit big, but then we've got massive drop me off central here, so it cuts right into it. I mean, it all slopes in the same direction, in a consistent direction, which is good. I don't know. Green might be a shade on the big side. That's right. Oh, did they? I didn't even see. So we've got the Chiefs and the Bucks is the Super Bowl. That's right. We were talking about that. I wanted to get in there and made sure I had you. I think I have you followed. If I don't, I will. But I think I went in there. That was my main thing to do, is make sure I followed you. Okay. 466. You are not allowed to hit driver. Sorry about your luck. I'm not a huge fan of the forced layup in general, but I don't know. Downwind, it's not going to play too long. But 3-wood might even go through. Well, it's going to get close. Alright, 3-wood's gone through the fairway. Yeah, it's downhill. We're over here. Downhill all the way. Yeah, I would maybe start the water. I mean, if you want to have water in front of the green, that's cool. It seems to be your thing. But here, all it's really doing is it's just forced me not to hit driver. And so it's making a course at 7,800 yards play longer, which I don't think you really need to do. And then for the approach shot, I mean, it's in play on the right, but it's not in play short. So you could have like moved the whole thing forward a good 40-50 yards and have it be in play for the second shot, and then not so much the drive. And then it's quite a small green for the length of the hole, especially when you see that big slope here. That's probably a bit more aggressive than it needs to be. It makes this a super small target when you're going to have to be hitting, a long iron in, because you can't get any closer than that. So, yeah. First design, these kind of things happen. Alright, we've hit a good... No, that's not going to get there. I mean, to the pin. It's on the green, but I was hoping to get close to the pin. Alright. Come back. Nope, it is not. What was the final score, anyways, of that Bills game? Like, how bad was it? I was chatting with you, and then I completely forgot about it. Forgot there was even a game. Okay. Island green, sort of. I mean, the left isn't an island, everywhere else is. I mean, the theme of this course is we're hitting over water all the time. Which, video game might be okay. You must have done a lot of work making these bridges, because you've got a ton of them. Little sailboat back there. Yeah, plantings, I mean, where you've put planting, it looks good. Lily pads, yeah. Yeah. Now, that's a strong wind we're going into. I don't want to take too much off of this. Hair fast, I just wanted to loft that way up into the wind and kill it. And I didn't do enough. That's me not having the right club. The green, it's probably a decent size. for the length of shot, although it's a bit narrow here when we're being asked to hit 190, but you should be able to land on the front and get close, so it's probably okay. The rough's gnarly too. 38-24. That's not slaughtered. It's just... it's 2 touchdowns. Yeah, Chiefs are good. Brady could be looking at another Super Bowl runner-up performance. He's had as many... he's won a bunch of Super Bowls, but he's also lost a bunch. He's not much better than 500 in the Super Bowl, I don't think. Alright, now we get ourselves a short par 4. It's making me think. I like this. This is making me think. There's not really a reason to hit driver, I don't think. So I'm not going to. Just gonna hit 3-wood up here. I don't think driver brings more water into play, and I don't really think it gains me a whole lot. Yeah, I like how you've thought this one through. And then the green size makes sense for the shot we're gonna be playing in. Again, a bit of an aggressive ridge here. I'd like to see that tone just a hair. That's my own personal opinion though, so let's see, we're on a side slope. Now we've hit it slow. Oh dear, we're going down that slope, I would imagine. Yeah. I mean and this is a default win too, I think. Well, it is because I didn't touch it, so yeah. Alright, par. I mean, it is nice to be playing around par on a course for once and not just having to shoot 75 million under par. Oh, okay. So, yeah. Alright, so the score, it ends up closer than what it really was. Fair enough. Could have been much worse. Why is it... is this the game that's doing this, or why is it like... or did I do something? No. That's weird. Okay. Again, I've got room to lay up if I want to. Is that out of bounds right? Yep, should have been. So I got tons of room back here. 398. Or I don't like the way that you've split the fairway here either up there, that you've just added some rough. If you're putting these bunkers here to protect the driver, then let me hit it. If I hit driver here, I'm going through into that rough, so there's no point. And there's not really much point in hitting. I could hit 3-wood, I guess. Yeah, and this is in the bunker, which I could see coming. I could have just hit hybrid and stayed short of it and been fine, but bunker's not the end of the world either, in fairness. And then teeny little green here. Short hole, fair enough, but it might be it might be a bit small, especially when we take this ridge into account. There's not much room there to hit this. So, yeah. If this comes out well, it'll get there, and if it doesn't, it won't. That's just... I'm not sure what's going on here. I gotta get this figured out. Good thing I'm not playing for real today. Okay. So now I have this. Just gonna scoot a bit, although again the bunker's overpowered, so it spins when it's going down that slope, which it probably shouldn't, but we'll take it. I'll sneak one in there. Did I act? Yes, I did. No, what did I do? The follow notifications I did through the app that's doing the overlay expert, and yeah, the other one that I had going before I deactivate it. All I think Stream Elements is going to do is the loyalty point stuff and a few commands and things. I haven't really gotten that figured out yet. I don't know if they're going to coexist either. I might end up just dropping Stream Elements. It's also got the bot that's going to kick obvious other bots and stuff like that. So, but yeah, once I started using this one with the overlay, the old one didn't make any sense. Okay, par 5. Is this? Yeah, okay. If I lay up, I've turned it into a 3-shotter. The only way I have a chance of doing anything other than going plank down there is to take driver and hammer it and see if I can sneak it around the corner. And that is just hilariously bad. Oh my god. Hey, Grubbelar. Yes, it is. It is indeed. No points for guessing what your favorite team is. I don't mind Liverpool, to be honest. Similar to Newcastle and the cities and whatnot. Alright, that was a miserable shot I hit in here, so I've deserved to be part of this. The design of the hole, though, it's very, very, very narrow. And it's... I mean, even playing this safe, I'm not convinced I would have a whole lot of fun playing it, because... Nope. It's off the woodwork. It would just be a plotting hole, right? And so... And it wouldn't be outrageously difficult to miss the fairway doing that. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. The drive was horrendous, and then it just fell apart. Alright, I don't even know what I'm putting for here. Bogey? That's impressive. Oh, and we're gonna push that too. Nice hockey stick, attaboy. Yeah, that hole, that hole just needs a rethink, period. We've all of a sudden gone into the bushes when we haven't really been in there, and it's just so narrow. And then we're going with this par 3 with water again. Really small area we're hitting it to where the pin is. I mean, anywhere you're going to put a pin is going to play very small because of the way that that's cut in there. This is a finished course, Gobbler. It's his first effort, and then we're going to play a second effort afterwards. He asked me to play both of them, so I obliged because I'm nice. Alright. The good thing here is I can run it on, I think. So I at least have that. No, okay, never mind. Yeah. I think it's possible that we had a bit of the first course. I don't want people shooting 58 on my course here. So I'm going to make it hard. I'm just a guess. Which is kind of futile because you play this course a few times, you'd figure out how to play it, and you would get there. All right, 520 into the wind. This could get fun. Yeah, a bit of sculpting there too. I mean, there's been a lot of good sightlines on this, and this is the first course I've seen a lot of 7th and 8th courses that are worse than this. You've definitely put some work into it. There's just the odd little thing here and there that just needs to be cleaned up a bit, and then some strategy, I would say, maybe. Right, let's get my thumb in the right place there so I don't yank it into oblivion. And I'm not hitting the fairway, and I'm... Alright, we're laying up. The planting does look good, yeah, it does. And I would have had 250 into the wind, so yeah, this hole needed to be play tested in different winds to see how long it was going to play, because this is basically not reachable into the wind in 2. I mean, even slashing it down here, I'm still a million miles away. And then the green isn't exactly huge either, at least where the pin is. No, that's not making it. Wow, this wind is just... I wish I hadn't... I should have gone and just made sure the wind wasn't going to be out of control, because it's just made this hole really rough, and I don't know if it was meant to be. Although, it's 520 to this pin. What's it going to be to the back? 550? It's a bit long. Alright. Made a putt for once. That's nice. Again, we're cutting the fairway. Yeah, I wish he kind of let the fairway run a bit more. Because again, I'm sitting here thinking, can I hit driver or am I going to go through with it? And with this wind, I'm thinking I'm going through. But I don't, like, 3-wood's not really... 3-wood's going to make it to the bunker. We're sloping down to the water. It looks nice. I mean, water makes any hole look nice, but I guess there is always the partial, isn't there? I think that's the shot that needed to be played there. Okay. Yeah, and that's gotten out there 320, sorry, so. But I'm still left with, wow, a long shot to a really skinny green, narrow green. And then if you put a pin up here, you're going to have people waiting for you in the parking lot. They're going to just be furious with you. A pin here too, that's just, it's rough. Wow, this is tough. This is a tough course. I mean, the planting is good, the look is good. It's very clear you've spent some time making this. So that's great. We're just going to bring it in off the slope there. After I've complained about how narrow this is, we're just going to make ourselves a nice easy birdie. So, yeah. Yeah, you've put a lot of effort into this. That's very clear. I'm curious. I'm looking forward to seeing the second course after this one, because I'm hoping you got some feedback from this one, and the second one will be even better. Okay, yeah, I like the look of this. Par 5 to finish things off. It slopes towards water, which makes sense. We're blind again. It's too bad. This is gonna... Oh, wait a minute. That looks pretty cool. Actually looks really cool. Got some people standing there, because, I mean, obviously who wouldn't want to watch WhatAboutAmeobi striding up the last in his resplendent pink shirt and +4s? I just wanted to say the word resplendent there, so... Alright. I'm going to take drive rod. If I was going to lay up... Yeah, there's some room. And can we sneak it up there? Yeah, we can. And we can go right off the other side. That I don't mind. It's a semi-reachable par 5, so... Although now I look at it, yeah, it's maybe a bit... It feels like a lot of the pin sites had very little room around them to play to. Which then made it even that much more difficult. Watching Crazy Canucks Designers Corner, I think yesterday, and he had Matt F on there, and it was asking, like, I mean, they were chatting away the way they normally did, but then one of the questions Andre will often ask is, you know, advice for new designers, and Matt's suggestion was don't try to protect par. I kind of wonder if that's what you've done here. I haven't, like, it's not that I haven't enjoyed the round. It's fun. It's just punishing, and it just doesn't let up. So it's a 4,000 yard front nine. Holy smokes! In fairness, the wind was crazy. I'm gonna make sure I calm that down for the next one, because if that's the default wind, yikes. I didn't even see what the green speeds were. I didn't pay attention. Anyways, so yeah, I mean, there's some good ideas in there. There's some sculpting issues, which you would expect out of a first course. A couple strategy issues where you expect that out of a first course. Let's